Can I ask you, first of all, you came back this season from so many setbacks, but you can't have dreamed that you would be a midfield player and be, such a part of things, playing in the middle.
No, I think someone said to me at the start of the season I've played as many games as I've played it surprised me, I set a target at the start of the season and I've passed that now, so I'm just looking now for to end the season, trying to stay in the team as much as I can and help the team get out of the situation it's in at the minute.
Because I saw you playing in the reserves and it looked as if you were being earmarked to play as a right back, because you played a few games in that position, but had you played midfield before?
Not really, no. I think I might play there as a kid, maybe in school teams or maybe county football, but never for Middlesbrough. I used to play there a little bit in midfield, a bit more fitness work than anything really, and just went from there, I suppose. And I got the nod at something that came on, and it's come from there really.
Yeah. When we had no midfield players left. Yeah,
so I went from there really.
But you've always been quite a versatile player.
Yeah, I mean, I see myself as a defender really. Well, I seen myself as a defender a few weeks ago. But, I always thought I was centre half, and then I got drafted out to right back for a few games in the first team, and then went from there to midfield, and I'm just happy to be playing anywhere really at the minute, and just trying to help the team out.
A couple of years ago, I remember you playing in Story Bucharest.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was such an important game.
Yeah.
And it was such a hostile atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember you must have really enjoyed that experience.
Yeah, it's one game I look back on with great pride. We did well as a team, and I think I was only maybe 19 at the time, and it was a great game for me to play. It was a good learning curve, the atmosphere, like you said, and since then, that season went really well for me. And I've been injured since, and this is really my first season back since then, really, and I'm just trying to kick on again.
So how did you cope with the fact that how many you had?
Three injuries. Yeah.
And to break down on comeback games as well.
Yeah.
Must have been.
I broke down on one comeback game. Yeah, that was. It wasn't. I didn't break down in terms of the same injury. It was a different knee, so it wasn't a breakdown as such. It was another injury after the first injury. If you know what I mean. So that was very disappointing. But I'd like to just now try and I'm not trying to forget it because I forgot about it. But I need to move on now and just think about the future, not the past.
No, you can see that in the way that you're playing, really, because you obviously. You can't change your game, can you? You've got to continue to go into tackles and everything.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that question. Did you think about, but you haven't got time to think about it. You never. If you start thinking about that in a game, your performance will drop, and you won't be able to play in the league, the high standard it is the Premier League, and you just got to play, your normal game as it comes, and that's all I've been doing really.
But you've obviously had to work really hard to get back.
Yeah,
each time.
Yeah, it was a long road. It was great people there at the club to help me along the road, and it was a long, hard recovery, but I worked hard, and I always knew that I'd come back and my reward has been playing this season.
And does that change your attitude to things, as you just said, that you set yourself a target and you've played more games? Does it change the way that do you feel more patient than for?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, like we were saying before, I've come back and played midfield, which is another string to the bow, as the saying goes, and it's helped me out playing there. I've got opportunity now 3 positions to play, and the more positions I can play, the better it is for myself and for the club.
And talking about the club, obviously, very difficult situation at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, how are the players taking the fact that we're obviously second from bottom in the league?
Yeah.
Games running out. How do you approach that?
I just approach it day by day, game by game. I know it's a cliche, but that's how you've got to do it. You just got to take it game by game as such. And we've got balls at the weekend, and we've got to go out for the win again there. And we've got 2 home games on the bounce after that game. So there's 3 winnable games that you can save. And we just got to look forward, not be pessimistic, be optimistic, and hopefully we can get out of the position we're in.
And really sort of not looking too far ahead, I suppose.
No, you can't. I mean, everyone, especially the fans, will be looking out and saying we're going to be in the championship next year. But as players, we just got to play every game as it comes. And like I said before, we just got to be optimistic, and hopefully we can get 3 wins and we could be well out of that relegation zone in 3 games' time. Hopefully.
And you yourself, of course, played a key role when we were at Everton, where we almost got through, and you put the cross in for the.
Yeah.
I thought that you probably got that skill from playing as a right back, I suppose.
A little bit, but I mean, it's funny you say that because I know a lot of the fans have been criticising the decision to play in midfielders a little bit. I think, but I'm not a right back either. People have been saying, playing right back, and I feel more comfortable playing centre midfield than I do right back. I'm a centre half, and I think people actually forget that. I'm not actually a right back either. Well, I like to think I can play there, and I like to think I can play midfield as well. But a lot of fans are saying, why is it Matthew playing in midfield? And it goes from game to game. If we win a game, people praise me. If we lose a game, it seems to be an easy thing to say. It's because we've got a defender playing midfield. But when you look at other players who play midfield, you look at like Phil Neville, he's a right back, centre half. Look at Ledley King goes in midfield a lot. Jag Yelka's a midfielder, defender come midfielder, he plays there. So I think people have got to remember that I'm actually a centre half, not really a right back. And I know a lot of people have put me down as a right back, but that's not the case really.
But I remember even from a young lad playing in the youth cup and stuff like that you were always a ball playing centre half. Someone who looked up and tried to play the ball forward and come forward when you.
That's exactly. Maybe that's why with being that type of centre half, maybe that's helped me out in midfield a little bit. Being used to being on the ball a little bit, because that's what I always try to do. I try to play out from the back and become forwards, and maybe that's helped my confidence for being midfielder.
I think that comes across watching you in from the sides that you're not losing the ball, and that you sometimes when the defender pushes it in midfield, he doesn't seem to have the time on the ball, but you do seem to be aware.
I've been surprised with how it's going in midfield. I'm enjoying it, and I feel as though there's a lot more coming in there. I feel as though I can become a better player in there. If you look at the amount of games I've played in there. It's a long way to go before I can say I'm a midfielder, but I feel as though one day I can get there hopefully.
And going back to the season, of course, we've been focusing on the fact that the forwards haven't been scoring goals, but we're going to need goals from midfield as well, or from anywhere really, aren't we?
Yeah, I know, again, criticism's right. Obviously fans have got the right to criticise players and criticise the team, but I know a lot of people have been jumping on the fans' back, and it's not really the case. It's a case of the whole squad has to chip in with goals, and we haven't been scoring goals from defence and set pieces. I can't remember the last goal was scored from set piece. And it's not a striker's fault that's the case. We're going to score from midfield, we'll score from set piece at the back, and we've got to score goals up front as well. And I know we haven't scored enough up front, and that's definitely the case. We can't hide from that fact, but it's not just the strikers that aren't scoring, it's everyone.
Were you disappointed getting sent? Obviously disappointed, but the decision being sent off in the last home game.
It's a difficult one. Obviously, I think the first booking was a booking. I would admit that. The second one, the ball's played across to me. I just expected to be caught. It's momentum. I touched the ball and expected to touch me and take me down. So I went down just as momentum. When I was on the floor, I knew he hadn't touched me. I didn't claim for the penalty. I just got straight back and ran off. The referee blew his whistle and gave me a second yellow. So I was still a bit surprised with that, but I can see why he booked me, I suppose. But I think if it had been in a top team, top 4 team, I don't think that would have been a booking.
It was such a low-key thing, wasn't it? It was just you were just running away.
Yeah, nothing at all. I just didn't. It wasn't a dive. It wasn't. It's not my game. I just went down with the momentum, didn't touch me, got back up. I wasn't. If I'd been appealing for it, I could understand it, but I didn't appeal for it.
I think that's it. Often people say that it's either a foul or a dive, but that's not true, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's all about balance, momentum, expecting the touch, and it's everything really.
But obviously, in some ways, it helped sort of galvanise everyone, didn't it? In that game, the fact that we were down to 10 men, it was
like. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I was sat in the changing room watching the game, and we almost actually won it, didn't we? With fans at the end, and I was jumping out of my chair, hoping we were going to go in, but it didn't happen. And in hindsight, it might have been for the team, it might have been not a bad thing to get sent off, because, like you say, they've galvanised everyone, the fans and the players alike. So it was good.
I don't know whether you were at Stoke, because obviously you were out for that game, but
I wasn't there.
But it's disappointing that you're saying about not scoring from set pieces, but disappointing to I know Stoke are all about set pieces, but still disappointing to concede a goal again from a set piece.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Stoke scored most of the goals from set pieces, and it's not something new to them. It's not something new to us. We worked on that in training and trying to stop that threat. But on the day we never. And like I said, we just got to look forward now and try not to look back and try and look at the next 3 games.
So, hand on heart, do you think we at this stage we can still stay up?
Definitely. I was looking at the odds for the relegation the other day, and it surprised me how low we were to go down. But I'm really optimistic. We've got 3 big games coming up, and they're 3 massive games for us, and we need to pick as many points as we can.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.